Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and it's Montana Monday. Alright, we have New Jersey on this build. Alright, so we had a question. I think it was on the American Battleship Commander Guide. Alright, we had, I think it was, how can you do more damage and win less with Hoshino than doing less damage and more on average and do win more in New Jersey. It doesn't make sense. And it does if you consider it, right? So in this match, I'm actually going to showcase this. Now, this, when I use New Jersey, I have more accuracy for destroyers, and that's a very important to me. In getting rid of destroyers, even though this match, compared to what I normally do in a Montana, isn't going to be a record breaker, nothing in damage. Actually, my best damage game has been in New Jersey, the one that was the world record. And also, I currently hold the XP record with New Jersey as my commander. So, in both scenarios, I've had better games with New Jersey. Now, that being said, I do average more damage with Hoshino. And why is that? Because, yeah, when I shoot battleships, I can get more damage off. But everything else, I'm more effective with New Jersey. And battleships generally aren't always what wins you matches. It's the destroyers that can, right? They have a more of a impact in the match than probably any other ship. Let's be honest. All right, so we spawn middle and we're staying here, right? We get crossfires on both sides. I see very quickly our left side is actually doing pretty well, so I'm going to start helping the right side. We're going to get rid of the radar, Alaska, the radar cruiser. And Alaska's just a tough ship, and he's pushing in. And we have his broadside. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves in this game. I don't get normally mad when players are bad. Listen, I was a bad player. I get it. But if I were to, the one thing that doesn't get talked about, sure, you should always shoot destroyers and all that. That's a good thing. But the one thing that doesn't get talked about is bailing on the middle flank. And I talk about it all the time. When you start, well, it's not the flank. It's not an edge. But in the middle spawn, right? You don't want to bail on the middle spawn. You're giving up the best position in the entire map. I can affect both sides of the map from the middle here. And, right, if you're good, you're decent enough, and you get some experience, you can limit who shoots you. Right now, everybody on the left side of the map is just out of the range, where if I want to go start shooting them, I just move a little bit, and I can do that. But I have the broadsides over here. Right, so we're being careful because they pushed. Also, we know there's a destroyer somewhere lurking around in front of us, obviously, so we're going to be a little bit careful at the start here, especially because we lost our destroyer, so we're probably going to be the difference maker in this match. I know generally in a BA Montana, I happen to be because it's one of my stronger ships, but that being said, sometimes I'm kind of a destroyer hunter in this thing. Now, I get it. This doesn't have a radar or a sonar or the tools necessarily go after the destroyer. And I'm not saying you should hunt destroyers in a Montana, okay? But there are a lot of ships with the right player behind the helm that you can completely target destroyers. You don't have to have a sonar or radar to kill it or to track down a destroyer and hunt them. All right, and that's the one thing with New Jersey's. When I see a destroyer, I get more damage on it, and that has more battle impact. Killing a destroyer has more battle impact than killing a battleship in most matches. Most matches, not always. But we know Lepanto is giving up the middle flank to come to this side. That, to me, is absolutely bonkers, and he's going to pay for that decision here, slowly but surely. Now, he is angled towards me, so it's not like we're going to just wreck him, but we are going to do some damage to him. And you can see 10 minutes in, we've had a very slow start. We had, what, 30,000 damage to that salvo right there. And we are going to go ahead and start living up this fire, because I realize we're losing 2 caps. We're down a destroyer. This is not going ideal for us, right? So we're going to start to get more aggressive here. Right now, as you can see, we have taken even with him angled to us, we've taken a bunch of health. Also, that cap is going right there in front of me, right? Just keep in mind, that cap is getting taken over. So, I know where the destroyer now is, okay? Also, this Lori's gonna go, or this Lepanto's gonna get unspotted. He's gonna make a turn. We're gonna shoot high. We don't have to worry. We don't want to get unlucky. We're not trying to sit it down there. We just know we gotta get enough shots on targets, right? And we'll finish them. Now we're gonna move up. Also, I'm spotted. You can see me look around. It's clearly the destroyer in front of me, right? Their enemy opponent is, or their opponent's destroyer is a gearing, and most people build gearing into a gunboat build, which is an absolute good way to do it. But that makes me not scared of a gearing in a battleship as much as other destroyers. Why is that? They have really slow torps. They take a while to reload. Like, you know, it can be aggressive. So I know that he's out here basically in front of me somewhere, right? And I'm guessing he's probably going to be coming across to try to get to the sea cap, is what I'm guessing. If he's a destroyer player that's decent, as we're getting broadsides again from the middle of the map, you can see we got rid of Shefflin. We helped get rid of, what was it, Alaska. And now we're going to focus on Lori and start to push up. But we also know here, right? Look, we caught the destroyer with his pants down. And this shot right here is why I like Azure Lane, New Jersey instead of Hoshino. Because we just took all his health off, even him having Sims, all but one little sliver. And is he going to get away? Oh, thank Lord for the the secondaries. So we got him. But that is why that having the accuracy and the AP damage. Now, if I had been smart and actually used my plane there, because sometimes I'm a moron, right? If I had used my plane there, he would have died instantly. That would have been a full depth strike, which it should have been already because it was less than 10 seconds. And to my knowledge, that's a depth strike, okay? We did all of his health in 10 seconds there. So, that being said, he was the reason they were doing good, and getting, you know, they had the caps. We got rid of him. We got rid of that cruiser. We got rid of that other battleship, all in a short period of time, and all of a sudden we're winning. And we have a high caliber, but by any standards, this is not even one of my top 20 matches for damage, I don't think, ever in this ship. And that's why it is super important. Like, for me, and this is my debate, is like, the accuracy here, and I win more with New Jersey, is because I can get rid of destroyers a little bit better. I don't need to have a radar or sonar to get rid of a destroyer. This thing doesn't have necessarily a tool set for getting rid of destroyers, but personally, if I'm paying attention and I'm not being dumb, I know where a destroyer is, right? So, not the end of the world to me. And you're going to see, this is not, 200k in this ship is not a good damage game for me in this. But you're going to see, we had a huge battle impact, right? We got rid of the destroyers, a cruiser, you know, some of the more important ships in the game. 3,600 base, helping our team win, guys. And that's what I mean about kind of to answer that question of how can you do less add damage on average, but win more. And that is a perfect showcase of that right there. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time. Have a good one.